Welcome to Integrity Car Sales and Rentals. This is a quick tutorial on how to use the Toyota Hiace. Now, to start off with, when you're starting the car, you want to ensure that the little coil light turns off. If you're in a diesel vehicle, there will be a little coil light on the dash. We'll put a little slide in to show you what it looks like. Just make sure that turns off when you've got the ignition on, and then you can start the vehicle. Now, you've also got a button down here. It's located just below the aircon controls with lift on it. You want to make sure that that is pressed in with an orange light on it. It may also appear up here, or it could also appear around the dash, depending on the age of the vehicle. It will always have lift on it, and it will always have an orange light. This is the indicator to tell you that the hoist is working in the back. If you have any issues, that's the first thing to check. Now we'll go to the back and go through the hoist. So for the hoist, you've just got a manual tailgate. Just pull the lever and it will come out. To bring the hoist out of the car, you've got a very simple design. You just press the down button. The hoist will come out on its own. Now, whenever you're loading and unloading, you want to ensure that the vehicle remains on a flat surface throughout the entire vehicle, from the wheels all the way back to where the ramp would be. Just then we've had two beeps occur. That is the system telling you that the ramp is in a good position and it is ready for loading. Once you're in this position, you press the grey button. That will bring down the ramp and the vehicle will be ready for loading. Now I'm going to show you how the restraints work. We'll start with the Australian ones. This is the Australian restraint. So to use this one, you want to make sure that this bit that moves lines up with these teeth, just like so. Push that down. This will raise into the air. Once this is raised into the air, slide it to the side and you'll see it lock in. Give it a wiggle and you'll see that it's locked in place. To remove it, lift it up, slide it to the side and it'll pull out. Once it's all locked into place, you've got the red lever here that releases the belt. Hook it onto the wheelchair, turn that to tighten it down. You've got one on each corner to tighten down the wheelchair, and it's recommended that you use all four. Now we'll go on to the Japanese restraints. These can be used as a secondary restraint method. However, it is advisable and recommended you always use these ones. These are Australian approved. This is what brings the car into the country. This is what we have in all of our vehicles, so we recommend that you use these. In order to operate the Japanese belts, we'll take this off first. This is just a bracket that helps it sit in place, so we recommend you leave them on if you're not going to use them. If you are going to use them, pull them out. You've got a little slot there, so you want to turn the hook and slide it and it'll pop out. You can see the little line there and just there. Same will go for all other corners. Turn it upside down, slide it all the way along and it'll pop out, and that removes the handle. We'll do the same for the other one. To the side, upside down. Same thing, upside down all the way to the end, and that is the two brackets removed. Now these are the Japanese restraints without the brackets on. You've got one for each corner of the wheelchair. These ones don't have sensors, so we can leave them out. However, you'll see here that there's a little grabbing sensor. When I pull that out, it's going to start beeping at me. That beeping will get faster until this issue is rectified. What the computer wants to know is either that this hook is in this position here, or it is attached to a wheelchair and tightened down. So what we're going to do is tighten down on the wheelchair. We're going to pretend that my hands are the wheelchair. So this is it here. We're going to flick this switch here, and you can see to lock and to unlock. Flick this switch and it will tighten down. That's it, tightened down. Now, if there's any movement and the wheelchair is not centered over this platform and any harsh braking occurs, it may move these around. Now when I loosen these or give it a bit of slack as if a wheelchair's moved, these are not going to tighten. So see how they're waving around? That's because the wheelchair has theoretically moved. You want to undo them by flicking them off, and see how that's just taken in more slack, and tighten them down again. So I'll just do that again so you can see. I've unlocked them on the wheelchair, tightened down. The wheelchair's moved in transit, so they're floppy. Undo it, it'll pull in any slack, tighten it down again, and that'll make sure that it's tight. So you just have to keep tightening and untightening until the wheelchair's fully tightened down. These ones, all you have to do is use the spinner. All right, so we'll go into the cabin now, and I will also show you the location for the second spot. So right here, you've got your second spot. The wheelchair would sit here, and you can see that this is color-coded magenta. This is your controls for this spot, and these all operate the exact same as what we just showed you on the platform. They have the brackets that come off, and you've also got that sensor. So if you find the beeping still happening and you've checked the sensor in the one on the platform, make sure that you check this one as well, because there's another one. I'll pull it out and it'll start beeping. So make sure that this one is pressed in as well, and that keeps the system happy. You've also got your seatbelt locations. Your seat belts are here, so you've got, again, color coding to make it nice and easy. This is your lap belt, plugs into there, and then you've got your shoulder belt just here, which plugs into that one there. And that acts as your 3-point harness for your seat belt. And I will show you the one for the hoist, color coded. One in there, one in there, and that's your 3-point harness. To bring the hoist back up into the car, all you have to do is press the up button. The ramp will come up on its own. When the ramp's coming back into the car, it may look like the ramp is in the position. Keep holding the up button until you hear the 2 beeps. The 2 beeps are what you want to hear every time you're bringing the hoist in and out of the car. Keep holding those buttons until you hear the double beep. Those are the double beeps to tell you that it's all in the correct position. And that is it.